Your presence was quiet in Zombieland. Nobody got a plan.
How you doing out there, world? I want to welcome each and every one of you loyal, faithful watchers and listeners to another brand new episode of Real Talk with Dominic Santana. And this is another, I always say this, I always say it's a special episode because to me, everybody, all the guests on here are special. But this is another special episode because we have our good friend Wavyy Jonez back. For part two. We did a part one. We needed a part two because he got so much going on and so much to talk about. We couldn't fit it all in that last hour, so we're going to get the rest of it in here, hopefully. You know what I mean? The most interesting man in the world. What's good?
Man, cooling, man. Cooling, growth and elevation, you know.
Are you still a tropical popper or are you something?
Yeah, I'm still tropical popper. You know what I mean? I'm multiple characters and shit. You know what I mean? I'm an actor, so I had that freedom. So, yeah, man.
Speaking of actor, let's address the big elephant in the room. You are currently, I know with the strike and everything going on, you haven't been able to promote it. They don't want us actors promoting the projects that you're in, but I'm not in the project. And this is not a promotion. This is simply an interview of what's going on in this man's life. And a very special thing is going on in your life right now. You have a film out in theaters right now. This is your first in theaters film, right?
Yeah, my first one, bro.
What's it called?
It's called The Adults.
The Adults.
Yeah, starring Michael Cera. Yeah, shout out to Dustin Duffer, the director, man. It was pretty dope to shoot too.
Now, you've seen it, right?
Of course I did. I went on the premiere day, shit. I was like, yo, I'm here. So, yeah, I seen when the shit came out.
So I want to get into what the movie's about, and I do want to get into that journey because you and I talked about that.
Yeah.
Why you give me this shit? You don't want to know what the movie's about?
I don't remember what the shit was about.
Oh, my God.
Nah, I'm playing. I'm going to talk to the best of my...
Well, no, most importantly, A, it's a good movie.
Right.
B, it definitely is you in a different light, like in a whole complete different setting than people are used to. But one thing about you that I've noticed that you've been fortunate, I don't know if it's how you're picking your roles or if it's just the dominoes are just falling this way.
Yeah.
But you have a very already, and because this is still pretty early in your career, even though you're like knocking shit out the ballpark.
Yeah.
But you're a big stepper. You know what I mean?
Big step out here.
He came in big stepping. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah, every actor's dream to come in big stepping.
Yeah.
So you've been doing that, and so no one can say, because when you got, and we'll get back to Adults, but no one can say that. A lot of people fall into this trap, and you started off, you were casted as Biggie Smalls,
right,
younger Biggie in Unsolved.
Yeah.
I always forget the long version name of it. Unsolved.
The Murders of
Tupac and Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah, I
correct.
can never forget it. Yeah,
you should. They had your face in coffee mugs and stuff. They didn't put my face in the car. I walked into the premiere. I was like, if I wanted to see me in that joint, I had to look in the mirror, fam. They had this dude. I mean, they had ice sculptures.
Yeah.
They had paintings. They had. I mean, it was dope. What was the thing with the looked like cassettes? Wasn't there something like that?
Cassettes. It said Unsolved on it and all that.
Yeah, the dope thing, and the main thing. I ain't gonna tell his business. You know what I mean? But it was a very special and touching moment. But he had
here we go.
He had a cappuccino with they do the baristas do the artistry, and they made his face. And it it looked like a picture.
Yeah.
I don't know who that barista was, but she missed her calling.
She did a thing. Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, damn.
Did a thing.
Like with some coffee foam? Like, jeez. Yeah.
Word. That's huge.
That was special. But the main thing about me bringing that up is people often get pigeonholed into certain roles.
See what it's been, Mom. Be.
I saw your feet when you was walking in, so no, I'm kidding. But they get pigeonholed, and and I know you heard this before, where people see you do an iconic role like that, but they picked him because he could sound like Big, he kind of look like Big, et cetera, et cetera. That's the only reason. Yeah. Like they try to make it like you didn't have talent to begin with.
Exactly.
And so, oftentimes people say, but what's he going to do after this? He's not going to do anything after this.
Yeah, I got that a few times.
Yeah, so I know you dealt with it, but you fooled them because, you've been rocking and rolling, and something that's special about you in your career thus far is we get to see you, like you change settings. Like you're not in the same type of movie or show over and over and over. And it's not like some of the power shows. And there's no shade to the power shows, but you see those actors roll around into the same type of kind of stuff. But you've had, I mean, you went from, I mean, I don't know all the order, but you did Biggie, then you were like, what's my man on Young Rock that you played?
Yeah, Russell Maryland.
Maryland, you know what I mean? You showed his period piece.
Different shit, yeah.
Yeah, you did, what's the one you were skipping in with the guys?
Dickinson.
Yeah,
I was skipping.
Yeah, some of the most beautiful cinema you will ever see. Okay?
It really was, if you really think about it. It was imagery, but you know what I mean?
If you know him, because he and I are friends in real life as well, but if you know him, when I saw that,
oh my God,
I was like, bro, how much extra money did they offer you? Because I couldn't see him saying yes to that.
I was skipping. And I was happy to be skipping, too.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'2", out there skipping.
6'2".
Yeah.
And now, mind you, what's the time? It's a period piece. How far back? You remember the year range it was?
Maybe like the 1930s, 1920s, something like that.
Yeah, early 1900s. You can imagine what they're wearing, all right? It looked like you just escaped the farm.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
And him and a couple other dudes skipping. And that was, can you tell us how you got into that, how they got you
to skip?
Because you're not that dude.
No.
When I saw it, I was like, oh, did they have some dirt on you? Or like?
Nah. You know, it's funny, man. At that point, I felt like I was changing. You know what I'm saying? I had been in the acting thing for a little minute. I've done a couple different projects. So it was like, I know I'm coming in here fresh out the neighborhood. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. So when they told me, they was like, yeah, we need y'all to run. So I was like, all right, bet, we going to run. Of course, I ran out of breath, but I was like, all right, let's run. So then they came back and was like, nah, we don't like to run. We want you to skip. I said, skip where? I'm not skipping. You know what I'm saying? So then it was like a thing. So it was like, no, Wavyy. Like everybody kept coming over, the producers and stuff. I was like, all right, I'm skip. Let's skip. You know what I'm saying? I look like the goofiest nigga running through there, but it's all good, man.
It was hilarious. But it was like, for what it was, it worked. It looked good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It made sense. But knowing you personally, I think I got a clip of that in my phone somewhere. I just... every other day when I need to pick me up, you know, to watch Wavyy. I'm telling y'all, go watch Dickinson.
It's hilarious.
Do you remember which episode it is?
I don't.
Okay, well, you see Wavyy, so just go through the episodes, watch Dickinson. If you've already seen it, watch it again. Great show.
It's the third season. That's all I know. It's
the third season.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, and it just save you that clip of him skipping. And anytime you're feeling down or low, just play it. I'm telling you, it works.
He probably made me repost it. If it's that much of a pick me up, I'm going to repost that shit.
Oh, man, that puts a smile on my damn face.
My dad called me and was like, what are you doing?
I would have too. Like, what is it?
Yeah, man, I got so many calls. Like, I know your big ass ain't skipping across the screen, man. But, yeah, it was fun, man.
But, yeah, so you've been there in Reprisal. I really loved you on Reprisal.
Yeah.
And that was, I don't even know how to describe that setting. Like,
oh, man.
It almost looked like, a period piece of like the 50s and 60s, but it wasn't. And it was just, and then it had some punk style, and then like it was just a mixture of chaos.
Yeah,
but it was dope.
It was, man. It was. Being in that right there, I felt so Unsolved. Reprisal was right after Unsolved. So Reprisal was more of me saying, all right, I gotta start taking this shit serious. These niggas actually cashed in me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta figure something out here. So when that audition came through and just me kind of living with the character and seeing how the character was, I was like, okay, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? So it was something totally different from Unsolved, and I wanted that opportunity because I was still trying to prove to people, nah, I'm not just going to be Biggie. I'm going to be this. I'm going to be that character. I don't ever want to, what's the word?
Pigeonhole? Or
pigeonhole.
Typecast.
Typecast. That's a better word, Jamie. I didn't want to be typecast, man. It's like, I was born to perform and set it off. I want to do everything. I don't want to just be the big gangster in this movie, be this.
Yeah.
That's corny, son. I'm from that, like for real. You know what I mean? I'm from the neighborhood, so it was like I gotta figure something out here. I just want to do a wide range of characters, man, and just bug out, man, and just die empty.
Yeah. And you've been doing that, you know,
for sure.
And so your latest movie, and that's funny because I remember you and I talking about it originally, and you had me dying laughing on the phone. But the adults, tell us, that's the movie that's in theaters right now. So he can't really talk about it too much, as far as promotional wise. Yeah. But hey, this is my show. And on my show, I'm not in the movie. I'm telling you, go see the adults. It's in theaters right now. Michael Cera. Yeah. What's the director again?
I forgot his name.
You said it just a minute ago.
Dustin Duffer.
Shout out to Dustin. If you out there, you see the impact you made.
Nah, he's a real good guy, man. Dustin actually kept me like in tune with a lot of stuff. Some of the directors won't even talk to you after they shoot or whatever. Dustin has kept me up to date, and he actually still rocks with me. A lot of these other directors are weirdos, and then you do your thing, you get in here, and it's like, okay, we established this relationship and everything, but like Mike Epps said, this shit is like dating, man. Like these people,
it's like we're family.
Yeah, we're family.
Then you like, fam, where you at?
Word, don't hear from them.
Like, who this again?
Word.
Like, damn.
Weirdos, man.
So take us into, because this is a movie that I wouldn't have imagined you aiming to go for.
Right.
And so, which is great that you're in it.
Right.
And so it exposes you to a wider fan base on the other side. So you got a wider fan base, different age ranges and stuff. So it's always good what you're doing is great because you're building a major fan base out of hitting every fan base. Right. You know what I mean? So take us into, how do you end up in this movie with Michael Cera?
Man, I was an audition.
Well, I should say, how does Michael Cera end up in a movie with you? You know what I'm saying?
Nah. It was just an audition, man. It's funny because one of my homies, he actually auditioned for it, and I didn't know till the movie was already done and out. He was like, I auditioned for that movie too. I was that character.
The same
like,
role?
Word. Yeah. So I just did the audition, man.
You want to shout him out?
Who?
The dude, your friend.
I'm not going to say his name. I love you, brother. I'm not going to say your name because I don't know if that's what he want. You know what I mean?
Now, I want to know the dude that didn't get picked.
Nah.
No, I'm kidding.
Nah. So yeah, audition came through, and I'm saying, I did it, and it looked like it was going to go somewhere else. I hadn't even heard from them in a minute, so I'm like, okay, maybe something else happened. So by the time it came back, and my manager and agent hit me, was like, "Wait, you got the role?" I was like, "What show was that again?" Like, we auditioning so much, man. That's what people don't understand. You audition like 1,000 times, and then you get that one yes, and then you're working on that project, whatever that is. So yeah, it was like that, man.
So all right, so you get the project, and then where'd you shoot it?
We shot that uptown New York, upstate New York. My part, I think I stayed up there for like 2 weeks. I only shot like 3 days on there. But yeah, it was dope meeting Mike.
It's a different range of characters. I mean, a different range of type of actors than a lot of the other stuff you did.
Absolutely.
What was that walking on to set the first day? Or did y'all do a table read first or anything? Or
no, we didn't do it.
Okay, so
I think they did a table read, but I wasn't on a table read.
Okay, so walking into the first day. And did you know who these people were beforehand?
I didn't.
You're the worst.
I think I seen Mike a few times in the was it Superbad? Something like that. I seen him in
he was
that.
a Superbad. That's the one that made him famous.
Oh, okay, yeah. I seen him in that, but I didn't really know like his work. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know everything, but I knew him and the rest of the characters I didn't know, but they some pretty dope actors too, like big actors, and I had no idea. It was just coming to work. That's how I treat all of them joints though. Like I don't really care who you are. Like respectfully, I don't care who you are. Let's do it, man. So yeah, it was like that.
So what was it like working?
It was cool, man. It was like Mike is an amazing like character, like actor. Like this dude, we had a scene where he comes to the door and basically tells me that he's in town, he wanna play a poker game or whatever. So when he comes to the door, it's like we got lines. He start going outside the lines. I'm sitting there like, nigga, that's not the lines. That's what I knew. I'm like, okay, yeah, we done stepped in another ball game. You got to come with it. But he starts saying some other lines and just seeing how dedicated he was to that. Like I didn't even see him no more. I saw whoever this character was. You know what I'm saying? So when I seen that also made me want to take this shit more serious too.
Now he's somebody I've never met in person.
Yeah.
I like his work.
Yeah.
I like his work. I remember when we first talked about it, and it was like, Michael Cera, dude, he's pretty big.
Yeah,
he is.
Man.
But I actually do like him because I loved Superbad when it came out. That was one of my favorite movies when it came out. And so he usually, pretty much delivers, like the Spider-Man where he played Lex Luthor, et cetera, all that stuff. Yeah.
He was in Spider-Man?
Yeah.
That's for sure.
He was Lex Luthor with the bald head. Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, so anyway, he's a great actor, but it's like a lane of his that he's in, kind of like an emo lane, or I don't know if I'm describing it right. Is he like that in person, or is he like some people where you think they're one way? Like Martin Lawrence, I thought Martin Lawrence would be crazy all the
I remember
you
you telling me about that.
And then when I met him, he was just like Mr. Smooth and chill and laid back. I was like, what?
Yeah, I think Mike he's like that in a way, but at the same time he's not. Like he was like, they're serious. You know what I'm saying? When we see on TV and we be like, that's funny. They serious. Like they want to know those answers. They be like something, and you start laughing like, get the fuck out of here. And they like I'm dead ass. Like, what's the answer? So he was one of those type of people, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so that's in theaters.
That's in theaters. Go check that out
right now. Right, you can't say that, brother.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding. You can say whatever you want. It's my show. It's non-union, baby.
Fuck him.
It's non-union over here.
No.
But yeah, so let's also pivot to the music. Okay. Because that's great. You got the movie in theaters, the adults in theaters now. Well, no, first let's go back. This is your first time in theaters, so like, how does that feel? And I know it kind of sucks. We're gonna leave the union nameless, because of the battle that's going on right now. It's much needed for some of everybody, but so I know that's hard. Like, is that tough? Your first movie in theaters, and you're not allowed to publicly really promote it.
That kind of dulled the experience. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't able to publicly tell all my friends, like, yo, let's go to the movies. Let's see this movie out, which I would have wanted it to be like that my first time in theater. But
because y'all didn't get to do a premiere or anything, right?
Nah, we didn't get a chance to do none of that. And that kind of, that's different from everything else. But I had to also understand that we're in the middle of history right now. So
yeah, but no, I thought about you because I know I've had that moment, and that premieres, there was the red carpet before the movie released. That's like a huge moment you'll never forget, especially your first one. Yeah. You've been to other premieres and stuff now. Right. I think what was Unsolved was your first.
That was my first premiere, right? Yeah.
That was fun too. Remember we were all like in the back thing?
Yeah,
Did you know how it worked before we did it?
What you say?
Did you know how it worked before we did it? How we come out to the red carpet? Remember we were all corralled in the back?
Yeah. I didn't know that there was gonna be so many people at that little exit.
We were packed in there like sardines.
I was like, damn.
All us celebrities, we like this together.
Yeah, everybody getting out there, they Jeep and whatnot, getting out there, they SUV and got a stand right there. It's like, yo, what is this? But yeah. That was cool, man. That experience right there, that topped it for everything. So every time I go to, I'm like, they don't got my face in there. Like, it's not the same. You know what I mean?
Coffee? My face ain't in the coffee. What the hell?
Word. I remember looking across the street at that big ass billboard that was there, man.
You were on billboards, but you were on billboards all over LA.
Yeah.
I remember just being like, yo,
Vegas.
Yeah,
man. They really. They promoted that show on Knowles, what she calls, but they dropped the ball with the promotion of that too. So just keeping it a stack.
Two stacks.
Word. So.
2 stacks. But I know you got music also. Mm-hmm. New music you've been working on. Last time you were here, you were working on a project. We had a part 2. Well, there was a big fire that burned down a 12-story building that had the hard drive in it. Yeah. That's a lie. But no, there were some technical issues, and the interview got missing. Yeah. So we didn't get to release that one. But
gems, man. I had so many gems in it.
It was. I feel like the universe was like, no, this was for y'all. This one was for y'all.
You know what? Okay, I can accept it that way. It
was like a therapy session.
Yeah, it was that.
We was fire.
We was in the zone. All 3 of us.
But we're like feeding each other.
It was crazy, man.
Yeah. So what are you working on now? And then I want to get to a trip you got coming up.
Okay. Right now I'm just working on much music, man. I'm trying to figure out. I think right now is the time for me to kind of figure out where I stand with the music, because music is just changing and being on weird and shit, and I just want to do what I want to do. So You know what I mean? I'm working on a few different projects. I'm working with different artists. I got some videos coming out, stuff like that, man. And
how is that? Not to cut you off.
okay, you definitely cut me off.
Yeah, but you know it's polite for people to say not to cut you off
I
while
got
they're
you,
doing
I
it.
got you, yeah.
So that's like I'm gonna make my point regardless, but I'm trying to be polite to you.
I got you. I got you, dog.
Damn it, you made me forget what I was gonna say. See, that's why when somebody says not to cut you off, you gotta let them just go, because they might be about to drop some bars on you. Oh no, I was gonna say, how was your experience with being a famous actor and an artist? Yeah, I mean, ain't no way around it, dog. Like, I know you don't live life. You're a lot like me. You don't walk around like I'm me.
Yeah.
You know, you don't really. I call myself a blue collar actor because I don't be in all the scene, and I don't go to every premiere, and I'm not at every party, and because I could care less. I care about the work and the check.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you being a hip hop artist. But you were doing that before.
Absolutely.
I don't know if enough people realize that. You're not an actor trying to now rap.
Yeah.
You started out rapping.
As a rapper.
You weren't even planning on being an actor.
Right.
You know? And then you started on that, and you're really good.
Thank
You got good music.
it,
You're one of the few artists who doesn't compromise themselves, so to speak. I like your music. That's why I'm always, anytime you post something, I try to reshare and stuff, you know, hoping people are, you know, seeing it and like, hey, this is real music.
Yeah.
What you being an artist and an artist, but one in hip hop and one in film, how do you feel? Do you feel like there's a good balance there? Like, are you able to balance that? Because it's weird with these industries where they want you to. It's like you blow up on one side, and they're like, just, you know, keep trying to keep you to stick to that side.
Oh man, I've gotten that a lot of times. I remember a conversation with my manager. I put it on my mixtape, but there's a man. A call my manager made to me. It was like, yeah, Wavyy, we want you to be more like Donald Glover. Like, you know, they wanted me to wait until the acting thing really, you know, took off. And then he was like, oh, we want you to come back and start doing a music thing like that. And I was like, damn, I could be dead by then, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Let me express myself how I feel in this moment, because I feel like as people get up there, they only get like whitewashed, and they're not the same people. Let me show who I am all throughout the journey. Let me record the journey. I don't want to just record this part of it. So yeah.
So you feel like it's a battle?
It's a battle.
To, you know,
it is a battle, because I'll be thinking like, should I be presenting this stuff to this audience? You know what I mean? Because they came here off of this. So now I'm giving you another part of myself, and then you know how people feel with the branding and stuff like that. I don't care about that. I want to be able to express myself, because I am these different people that I'm portraying, even in music sometimes. Like, the rappers back in the day was actors, man. Like, all that stuff was an act. Them dudes wasn't really doing what they were saying. But I mean, that's just acting on a record. So
yeah,
I killed that shit, low key, son. Like, acting on the record, like, that's kind of fire right there.
Bars.
Son. That's fire. I got
Bars,
y'all,
cuz.
son. I got y'all. Words.
So do you feel like, so that's on the business side of things.
Right.
Do you feel like, well, what do you feel like the state of hip hop currently is, and also where do you feel like you fit in that?
Yeah. I feel like hip hop lost its soul. Like, back in the day when them brothers was talking on them records, you felt it. You know what I'm saying? It was the music that matched from back in the day and stuff like that. And now it's like we're all doing one thing. Like, we was talking about at lunch, everybody's doing that one thing. But but back in the day when they was able to do this and then do that, like it was more something to want to be a part of. But now everybody's fighting to do the same thing, and I feel like that's why we didn't have too many hip hop #1 records this year.
Yeah, well, you know, it's back in the day, they focused more on, they looked at what everybody was doing and was like, I don't want to be, it was like a bad thing to be a copycat.
Right.
That time.
You said that, yeah.
Now it's the norm to, I'm going to just do what the next guy is doing, and everybody's doing it. And actually, I saw a video that brought up a really good point. I don't remember where I saw it. I think it was YouTube I was watching, and they were talking about how rap has shifted to, hip hop has shifted to this thing of it's more franchise now.
Yeah.
And it's like I guess you could say the same thing like what you just said. Like it's lost its soul.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just like, okay, that's the thing that was working. We want to keep pushing this low frequency, bullshit about popping pills and perks and lean and all that. And like that sense, how does that make you? Because your music, I would put you in a lane like, and I'm not comparing you to him, but I'm just saying in this, if there were houses. And you said, who's going in these houses, who's going in this? I would see you in a house like with a J. Cole.
Okay, I can accept that.
Even though you guys aren't the same, but you guys would be roommates. You know what I mean? In the same type of house. You wouldn't be over here with the, the other guys. That's where you look over and be like, damn, it's a lot of noise and craziness going on over there. Like a lot of perks and lean going on over there. No. Where J. Cole is kind of the same way, where he doesn't really get with all the gimmicks and the whitewashing and conforming to what the industry would rather him be.
Right.
He just does his own thing, and somehow that works for him. Why do you think that works for people like him, but then all these others it doesn't?
I feel like there's even in hip hop is different genres now. Like if you really look at it, it's the trap, it's the backpack, but it's been like that. But we just more. Everybody's gravitating more to the ratchet side of things. I feel he's able to get away with that because he showed his journey. You know what I'm saying? And he stays himself, like the clothes he wears. He's not trying to be the superhero with all the chains and stuff like that. That's not his thing. So I feel like he gets away with that because it's different and not everybody is doing that. But now he's carved that lane out, especially for himself, even though there was a lot of people already doing that. Yeah. But he was able to kind of, get in that and stay in that. That's why when other people come through and try to do that, you're like, oh, you trying to be like J. Cole, you know what I mean?
But, like, you're not from Fayetteville.
Yeah, like, you ain't from
shout
the
out to the Ville.
Yeah,
I'm from Fayetteville, North Carolina as well. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They always like the home of J. Cole. I go back there, they're like, what you doing here? They're like, I'm from here.
Too.
They're like, you from here?
Word.
I'm like, how y'all don't know I'm from here?
Yeah, right. I didn't know that neither. When you told me. When you hit me over shit, I was like, that's crazy. Like, what are the odds of that, man?
Fayetteville don't give me that much love, man. But I got love for Fayetteville, though.
Do you feel it's because you more like been like a Wilmington type of dude? You got your start.
I left
here.
after high school. Yeah, I did. My career started here. But I've never said in interviews or anything, I'm from Wilmington.
Okay.
I always say I'm from Fayetteville, North Carolina. My bio says I'm from Fayetteville, North Carolina, because that's what I became a man in Wilmington.
Right.
But I grew up and began my journey in life in Fayetteville, and that has, if you're from the Ville, you know how much that shapes, your core as you're beginning.
Yeah, it's who you are.
Yeah. So I went down to Wilmington, a Fayetteville dude. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like everything was like very different and strange to me. You know what I mean? Pour some water. You
I'm
got
looking
your
at
moonshine.
Kev's face. Kev like, that's so unprofessional. Yo.
But no, yeah. So J. Cole is from Fayetteville.
Yeah.
And that's probably a huge part of his success. That's why these other rappers can't copy.
Yeah.
You got to be from the Ville, fam.
Yo,
what's his
real,
name?
Man.
What's his name?
What you talking about?
Is it not Rod Wave?
Moray.
Your boy, huh?
Moray.
Yeah. You told me about it. That's the first time I heard of him.
Yeah. He's from the Ville, man. He's from the Ville. The Ville is a real place. I had to really sit down and really figure this shit out. Like, I was like, why is this like this? Raleigh's like this. Wilmington's like that. I'm like, the Ville is just ratchet, man. Like,
is it ratchet?
that's what the Ville is. It just is what it is. But it's beautiful, man. It's like, I was telling some chick last night. I was like, yo, like, these niggas will pull up and shoot you in a barn somewhere. Like, this is craziness, man. Like, yes. Like,
I haven't been around there in years.
Oh my God, they'll kill you in a barn, man. Don't be milking your cow out there. Like, it's that serious. Like, and I don't be understanding it. It's like, wow, it's such an area to where it's almost a melting pot because everybody's from damn New York somewhere. Yeah. It's so many people from these different
Fort Bragg from all over the place.
So just with that, and a lot of people just was raised there because their parents was on base and stuff like that.
My father was Army, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying, man? It's the Ville, man. So having all of those different personalities and energies around you, it's like, it's just ratchet. It's a beautiful ratchet ass place, man. But you got to really get down to the culture of it to really understand it. Mm-hmm. Word, but yeah,
Earrings falling off.
My earring.
Yeah. It's on your middle of your shirt, right under your wrist.
Thank you, dog.
Yeah, you're welcome.
God damn, these damn beauty supply earrings.
I was about to say, I don't want you to just lose that $25. That's hard-earned money right there, baby.
These beauty supply earrings don't be doing what they supposed to do, gang.
So let's get back into your music. So one of the things that you told me about recently, I want to know about this trip. You got a trip coming up. That's another one of your firsts. Tell us about that and what you're going to do.
Oh man, I'm going to do this big video shoot, man, with these big artists, and I also didn't know who they were. I found out they were
getting
real
down with
big
the top
deal.
boys.
I gotta watch that shit still, man. Is it
But
good?
but that's the name of the show. But that's the actual slang term it is that came long before that show.
What's
It's
that
like,
about?
it's like from my understanding. Forgive me, my British folks, if I'm off. But from my understanding, it's like how we say, I'm the big dog.
Yeah.
They say top boy.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So, which is what the show came from. Like, the OG, you the capo,
Yeah,
you
I'm
the don. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're the top boy.
So that's what it's kind of like built around that. Like somebody's like the big shit on set or something.
I guess I ain't watched the show.
I thought he watched it.
Nah.
I thought he watched it.
No, I can't understand it.
Oh, they speak. Why?
Huh?
Why? They not that much different from us.
No, it's in English.
So why you can't understand it?
No, I speak American.
Nigga, you went to Africa. You speaking with them.
I'm a goddamn red-blooded American.
Said over American.
That's
Nah.
all I understand. You talk
You
like
all from
this.
there.
No, I'm just kidding.
You
Nah,
really
I'm messing
from
with him. Yeah.
Did you watch
They
it?
speak
bro?
English. Nah.
You didn't watch it at all.
No. I want to. I don't watch a lot of TV, but it's one of them shows I keep meaning to watch because it's doing so well,
Right.
and they keep
We got a
re-upping
few
it.
seasons.
Yeah.
didn't know that.
I think they just dropped a new season. Like it's a popping show.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they going crazy over there with Top Boy.
Top.
Yeah, they like one of the heavyweights on Netflix.
Wow.
Yeah, that show's doing good. That's what made me like realize, like, damn, all this buzz. I gotta really check this out.
I gotta check it out too. Man. Thank you for telling me that.
But
What was the question? I forgot.
You were going to London.
Yeah, it's
No?
a big video
Oh.
shoot. Those people though, the people that's in there actually from, I think one is from like Africa and one is from America though. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, we just gonna go out there. It's gonna be a whole nother experience. I'm probably gonna be there for like 3 weeks or something like that. We shooting this
3 weeks shooting a video?
some dope ass video, man. It's dope. It's dope.
You need 3 weeks to shoot one video.
3 weeks.
Okay, it must be big.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Now, are you just going to be in it because you famous, or like you actually on a song, or like what's happening?
I'm gonna be in it because I'm famous and shit.
You gonna be a top boy or bottom boy?
Stop playing with me, dog. That's why I didn't like the reference. I knew where he was going with it. That's why I made a face when he made the reference to it, because I know where he's going with it.
No,
you know?
I actually didn't think of that till just right now when you said you're not on the track. So you're not one of the top boys. So there's only what?
No. I'm
Yeah, I know you're not
the main
bottom boy.
character.
I'm just messing with you.
I'm the main character. So yeah, I'm the top dog.
Okay, so how do you feel about going to London? You never been to London.
I feel like, man, this is what this shit is about, man. Having these
kid from Long
experiences.
Island,
You
man.
feel me? Like straight out Spring Lake, you know what I mean? I get to go to London, Australia, Hawaii
You
and
should
shit.
sell waters in front of the stadium.
Shit, I will. Shit, somebody
Now
give me
you-
a cooler on it popping. That's all I need. We can do it.
Now you going. You've been to Australia.
I've been to Australia.
Yeah, that's what you did. Young Rock out there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've been to Australia. What?
It's
The
crazy.
memories?
Sometimes you just don't, you know what I mean? Don't think, I'm not going to cry, Kev. But sometimes I just don't think about it like, man.
Just
Like,
think,
yo.
just the young kid from Long Island selling waters.
Yeah.
Think about the hard times. Think about those moments when like you were a teenager and you used to just lay in bed and you're like, God, why am I here? Like, what am I? You brought me to this earth to have me living like this.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what the situation was. I'm just,
Right.
paraphrasing. But like you just laying in bed, like damn near in tears, but you're trying to hold back because you're trying to feel like you're tough, and you're just like, why? Is this it? We've all had that moment though.
Right.
Is this it?
Right.
Like this is what you had for me? You know, this is what you have for my family. My mom's the desires of my heart and the things that I want to do. This is what you got for me.
Yeah.
And then fast forward.
Yeah, shit is crazy, man.
You find yourself in Australia.
Yeah, man. Australia.
Working
Hawaii.
on an NBC show. It was NBC, right?
It was NBC.
A major show, one of the biggest stars, or about one of the biggest stars in the world.
Yeah.
You know. Then he shouts you out. You know.
He did. That dude shouted me out, Kev. You know that? The Rock had me on his Instagram. Yeah, it was crazy. Everybody was hitting me. It was like, yo, you on Rock's Instagram? And everybody thought he was about to get like 100,000 followers. I ain't getting nobody came over to my page.
Shout out to the Rock's followers.
Shout out to the Rock.
I mean, they loyal.
They like his followers. No,
we like that dude, but we can't like you and the Rock.
Yeah, it's impossible for them.
Weirdos, like you can like other people. You do know that. Social media costs you nothing to follow somebody.
Man, he got a big personality too, so you know what I mean.
Yeah, but you're over there with the Aussies, and now you're going to London.
Right.
Like, your moms know you're going to London, right?
Yeah, of course, man.
Excuse me. What's she think her baby, like, going international?
She loves it, man. We get the opportunity to do stuff like that, but I really want to take her over there into different countries. That's my dream for real, man.
Yeah, but you don't have any children yet.
Yeah.
I'm a parent.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, I know you want to take over there, and you're going to.
Absolutely.
But just the thought of sitting back and you just looking at my baby, you know, you're not a baby anymore, but parents, we always look at our child like my baby.
Yeah.
And living far beyond what we imagine. You know what I mean? We hoped, but to sit back and really look and be like, yo, this dude really took our family name and my lineage, like, far beyond anywhere I ever went.
Yeah.
Across borders, other countries, having experiences, seeing other things. They want my child to come to another country because he's like that.
Yeah.
Like, you don't think about that?
Nah, I don't think about it.
You don't put yourself in your mom's shoes and look at yourself like, what does this mean to her?
I guess I don't think about it because I'm.
Are you choking up? Don't choke up. Oh, it sounded like you was choking up a little
I'm
bit.
not choking up.
Okay.
I'm good, brother.
Right.
Trust
Hey,
and believe
you had
that.
us a Kleenex, Kel?
Just trust and believe
No,
that. It's not about to happen. So I seen the acting he was putting into it. He was building up, and I'm like, "You not getting me, gang?" Like, but nah. I'm there with her. Like, she calls and tells me the thoughts. Like, she was there when I first got the Unsolved booking and all that. So I know how she feels, and being able to take her to those premieres and stuff like that, and seeing her shine like 1,000 white. Yeah,
that's what it about. Brought me to just seeing, not even anything happening, just seeing y'all two.
Yeah,
because I know that journey, like with me and my mom.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
She came to the All Eyes on Me for me?
No, she couldn't make it. That was around the time she had like hip and knee surgery, replacement stuff. Yeah, a lot of people don't know when I was shooting All Eyes on Me, I was having to leave set on my off days, fly back, home and be there with her and because she had to get both hips and both knees replaced. And it was like a process. You can't do them all at once.
In the middle of filming this shit,
I would leave on off days in the first half. The second half, I was able to stay because both of those were done and she was healing. But the first half of All Eyes on Me, a lot of people don't know, I would get done filming and I'm on the plane the next day, and then I'm curled up on the little hospitals. The little hospital couches. They're not built for big dogs. Because they don't have like no spare bed for the guests. You gonna lay your ass on that cold ass little cot.
Damn, so what was that experience like, man?
It was hard, man. I was drained, tired.
Yeah.
And like imagine, because at the time too, like media and stuff is all over the place. So you're like, you're up here, you're this dude, and
but you're
curled up on a little couch, funky because you can't shower. Breath stinking next to your mama. I literally had a nurse walk in one morning. This is a black lady, sweet as could be. She was very good to my mother. I wish I could remember her name, but she came in one morning because they never knew when I was going to be there because I would have to leave and go work and stuff. But she came in there, and I remember being asleep, and she walked in. I like opened my eyes because I had like maybe 2 hours of solid sleep because that was the other part. I couldn't really sleep on that little ass couch, and I remember her coming in and she was talking to my mom. She's like, "That's my son." She's like, "Oh, hey, it's good." That. You know how people give that. Hey, ain't you?
Yeah. Wow.
And I'm just like, yeah. my back.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
You know, so that was like, that put that moment in perspective for me where it was like, yo, like, I'm really here with my mother, you know, going through this while I'm also filming a major movie that's going to theaters. Like, you know.
Yeah.
And so people look at the job I did and they don't realize these things were happening. And I was still having to come back and deliver a good performance.
Yeah, that's the first time I heard you say that. That's,
you
that's
know?
mind-boggling, bro.
Oh, wow. I thought I told you
know
that.
what I'm saying? Nah, but you still, like you were saying, you still mama's baby. So you still gonna make sure mama's all right. And for you to be filming and doing this big-ass movie and still have to go home and be like, yo, you have to, you know what I mean? You have to be the underdog to your mother. That's, man.
Yeah, so
that's life, but people don't expect that. They just like, nah, he's on a big movie. His assistant is probably with a like he got his ass out there and was laying right next to moms. That's the beauty of this shit. People have no idea the stuff that we really go through.
Yeah.
They just see the movies and everything else. Like, they just living. Like, people be hitting me up for different stuff. And like, nigga, I ain't got it, dog. Like, you know what I mean, I'm trying to get it too. Like, you know
don't you love it on this level because people hit you? Remember they used to hit you up like, yo, can I borrow $20?
Yeah. Oh,
and you be like, now they be like, hey, can I hold $3,500 for 2 weeks?
Yeah, I mean,
I get it right back.
Yeah.
You be like, if you could give it right back, you wouldn't need
You wouldn't need it right
$3,500.
now. Yeah.
Like, why is everybody asking me for 4 zeros? Like,
Word.
every time.
Up the zeros. But that's what they do, man. That's what they do, and they really don't understand. It's like, so if I even do something like that, if I choose to help you on this way, I'm taking a hit on myself because you have to be that close to me for some shit like that to happen. But I'm taking a hit on myself because you never know when your next job gonna be, dog. And then stuff get canceled all the time in that world. And that's why we gotta, you know what I mean, move more on how you are doing things now, because you're doing a great job with what you're doing right now and just building that opportunity for new people coming in, man. Somebody was talking to me the other day about you and was like, yo, and he was like, yo, Dom is just blessing so many people, giving everybody these opportunities. And I was like, that's my dog. Like, that's who we are. That's the homegrown shit I be talking about. Like, we really have hearts for people, but you know what I'm saying, you gotta support this shit too, man.
It's hard in this business because people like you, and I think that's one of the things that made us click, right? Because we click like. And I don't just click with people. I usually stand off, so I stay away from people.
Same.
If you're not already in my circle, but you and I, we like instantly click.
Yeah.
And I remember the first day I saw you. I know we talked about this before, but I remember because we were talking on.
Yeah.
I congratulated you when I saw the
Instagram.
stuff pop up, and you didn't know they were like on the low talking to me, trying to get me to do the show.
Yeah, I had no idea.
And so I was looking into it and saw it was you, but I thought you were from Fayetteville because I saw the Fayetteville article.
Yeah.
And so I reached out to you, congratulated you. You was like, thanks, fam. Thanks, man. Yeah, appreciate that, dog. But I ain't from the Ville. I'm from Long Island.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
ignore this message then.
Nah.
I was like, what? Either way, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad to see you up there, brother.
Yeah, man. The Ville. I should have never been like that, neither. I'll sit back and think about it. I should have never been like that because at the same time, when I said to you, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm not from. My grandfather said some shit that pissed me off, man, when that article came out. You know what I'm saying? The article was like, Spring Lake artist gets the chance to become Biggie Smalls and blah, blah, blah. Like, my grandfather was talking shit behind my back. That nigga ain't from there, all this other stuff. So I was taking his burden on and feeling like, all right, I got to rep Long Island, like hard body. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm holding down the fort. But I was raised partially in Fayetteville, too. Well, Spring Lake more so, but like, yo, I was around those kids, too. The stuff that they was doing, we was all getting into. We was all going to the big lots to steal black and miles to look cool and shit. Like, you know what I mean? This is shit we was doing, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I got my teachers from both places, you know what I'm saying? I thank God for it all. I'm like, you talking shit, nigga, you from Georgia. So it's like, you know what I mean? But he was serious about that. But when I just thought about it. When you hit me up and said that shit, I was like, nah, son, I'm from Long Island. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah.
But you didn't say it to me personally, so I couldn't hear your tone.
It wasn't. So no, my tone wasn't like that. By the way,
that's
it's just
what
like
I didn't get that from your message.
I
got the gratefulness and like you know, I was like, yeah, man, I'm just, hey, brother, I'm happy to see you. Like, I don't even know you, dog, but I'm happy to see you.
Yeah,
you know.
And then I think the next day you was in the office or something like that.
It was a couple days later. I was in the office.
Like, this nigga, like, what is this?
Yeah, you stuck your head and you was like, "Oh, my bad."
Yeah.
I was like, "No, wait, it's me." Like, what's up?
Nah.
He was all nervous. He was like,
I didn't know. Yeah.
"Oh my God!" And I was like, "Yeah, calm down, young
That's
fella."
not what
Like,
happened. That's not what happened.
I mean, it is me, but calm down.
Whatever,
Nah, he
nigga,
did, he did.
You funny as hell.
But no, originally, what I was saying was what you touched on about having a heart for people.
Yeah.
Because you have a big heart.
Yeah,
and that's one of the things I like about you is, and you don't hide it. You know what I mean?
Fuck that.
You have a big heart, and it's not about the fame and only focused on the money and stuff like that. You always thinking of like a us kind of movement or a us elevation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, and it inspires people like me. You know what I mean? And so, to be in all these years and get into a position. To work yourself into a position, I didn't expect to be directing films and doing all that stuff this
crazy
year.
though, right? How many films you done directed this year, nigga?
What, 2?
You done directed 2 films. How many films y'all putting out?
Shit, we got 2 out right now. We got another one coming in December, and then the other one I directed is coming in December, Missionary, and then yeah. I can't wait to see that one too, but it's a wild one.
I got there late on set, so I wasn't able to see the stuff that went down, but I can't wait to see it, man.
But that, and then with Santana Hall, we got a slate of like right now.
Missionary is Santana Hall?
9. No, that was BR Films. I just directed.
Okay. Got you.
So Santana Halls, we got the Madness Out and A Lone Way Home.
Yeah.
By Drew Richards just dropped today.
Drew Richards.
Then we got like another 8 or 9 films slated. And there's going to be more added on. But the thing about it is the joy that I found in it is, it's business at the end of the day. So, it's not like, I'm running a charity or like, I'm just giving to the community. It's not like that. Right. Everything, you got to support yourself. You got to stay flowing so that you can keep doing what you're doing and helping people. But I really found a joy in working with the new actors, actors that are just getting going, they're on the come up, and providing opportunities that were so hard to get. When I started out in Wilmington, dude, it was like I had to claw for every little thing, and it was still no give. Yeah. Like, oh, you are phenomenal. You are a great actor. Yeah. Okay, well, can I, come with y'all? Like, oh, nah.
That's crazy.
And so it was real cliquish, and I wasn't from here, so I didn't come up with those cliques. And, I just, trying to get in was so hard, especially being a black actor, especially at that time as well.
I was about to say, was there a lot of that in this area at the time? Okay.
No, not a lot at all. Not like I'm seeing now. Wow. And it might have been because of, like I didn't know it was cliquish and how hard it was to get in. And it's the South. There's some really great people here.
They shot 7 to Heaven here, right?
I can tell you. One Tree Hill.
One Tree Hill, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Dawson's Creek. First line I ever had in a major project was Dawson's Creek.
That's crazy. I
was an extra, and I just lucked up. They needed another bouncer. Yeah. I was like, can you say this line? I was like, I was born to say this line.
What was the line, bro?
Shit, I can't remember.
Damn, I can't remember.
I can't remember. But it was, that was, I had made it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And to go from extras holding to, you're like, you never had to do that. But to go from extras holding, eating all them jacked up, snacks and freezing in the cold.
The food is not good over there?
No. Damn. It's like cattle. Everybody get some.
That's crazy.
That's not that bad, but it's like what you're used to as an actor, crafty.
Yeah.
Oh no, extras crafty ain't like that. Damn. It's like so actors crafty comes from like Whole Foods and Trader Joe's. You know what I mean? Extras crafty. Well, that come from Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree,
like
bro.
That for real, man. That's crazy.
It's mean. It's really mean.
That's crazy.
But as an extra, you're
grateful as hell.
Yes, because you're sitting there. You're sitting there, and it's like you're getting money. We sitting there flirting with girls, and we work maybe 2-3 actual hours of walking on camera in the background. But the rest of the time, we just waiting, chilling. You're making money all day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And then you're seeing, who doesn't want to see films be made?
That's
you know what I mean.
It's a front row seat to it.
Yeah. So I'm not. It's like a rite of passage. I'm not even gonna sit here and be like they need to do better. No, they don't. Yeah. No, they don't, because it wouldn't have motivated me to be. Dude, I was out there being a student. I was out there. I don't care about them snacks. I'm out there. It's free.
Studying
Like, it
the
didn't
craft.
cost me nothing anyway, you know. But I'm like looking. I'm like just, wow. You know what I mean? I'm on a film set. I'm a film buff. I want to do this stuff, and here I am watching it happen.
That's great.
You know, so it's a rite of passage. People get caught up in you need to make everything soft and good for everybody from the bottom level on the way up. No, you don't. Because what's the motivation to get you to go up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it's cushy and,
Makes
wonderful
sense.
on the bottom and everyone's coddling you on the bottom, no, there has to be, and that's a part of society. I didn't mean to get off into that stuff, but that is important. It's a part of society that has changed to a degree of everybody getting participation trophies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't do that. You need to know what it feels like to take an L. So you get lessons and motivation to go get a W. If you don't ever take an L, why do you want to win? What is there to win? If there's no losses, then what's a win?
Yeah.
And that being taken away, and it's like there needs to be fairness, and equality, of course, but this whole huge push to, well, let's, coddle everybody on the bottom end.
Yeah.
Like we coddle the ones on the top end. But the top end earned it.
Right.
You know what I mean? They earned it. And that's the thing. You makes you go, I don't want to stay down here.
Right.
So let me climb up this ladder because it gets better. That's how you get better. Every step, it's a little better. You step again, it's a little better. You keep stepping, you're like, man, then the weather getting better, the women getting better,
Nah, for real.
the money getting better, and that makes you so you start climbing faster, you know what I mean? Like, and so, but that's, just thinking of that.
Do you
extras.
feel like you became the change that you wanted to see in Wilmington, though?
No.
I mean, you've given a lot of people opportunities to everything. Nah.
Well, so I say, well, because the reason why I say no is because I didn't have that aim.
That wasn't what you was thinking.
Right. So people might look at it from the outside and be like, yeah, he did. And inadvertently, I kind of did. But it wasn't like, I got to get to Wilmington and do this.
Yeah.
Wilmington just had a special place in my heart because it's where I started.
Got you.
And like I said, I remember, one of the main things I remember about people talking back then was like, man, the few people who do make it and become successful, not in film, but just in anything, that become successful, they leave and they'll never come back. And I remember people used to say that all the time. And so, like, when I started popping and went to LA and stuff, and, like, I was really thinking about that shit, like, people really don't come back. Yeah, I barely want to go back,
This is being real, yeah.
But it was also, it was like, I ended up being in Wilmington a lot more when I did Hightown. Hightown was supposed to be in New York. And it got moved right when the COVID shutdown stuff was starting, they moved it from New York to Wilmington.
I forgot that was around that time,
Yeah. And so I ended up doing 2 seasons in Wilmington, which allowed me to meet people like, in my off time sticking around, I get to meet people like Marquand with BR and, a couple other people where I was like, wait a minute, there's some real serious people and real talent. Because I wasn't really checking for it at the time.
Yeah.
I was so out of the loop, I didn't know what was what.
Right.
But then when I got a chance to start meeting some of these people, and I was like, and then being around, it started pulling out the love again.
Yeah.
That's what, because it ain't
for this
just
area or for
no,
like
just film.
The film, okay.
Like it wasn't even. So I can't take all the credit and be like, oh, I'm just so great that I wanted to come back. No, like I really wasn't thinking on it too. I knew I wanted to do something at some point.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the plan right now. And then being around them and seeing that passion and like, there's no fame involved. There's no big money involved. It's just I want, that grind and passion. I want to be there. I want to do this.
Yeah.
I love acting. Some of y'all like, I ain't even good at it, but I love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No shade to nobody. But because that's in everything. You got people good, people that's like, you should be doing something else.
Yeah.
But still, that love and that passion, because you know how it is now, you've been in it a while, and you get to deal with it's that corporate. It becomes very corporate.
And you lose the fun for
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
It's like you over time, and I've been doing this a long time, and you get, I don't want to say jaded, but you get to where you forget, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You forget being that young kid, who was just didn't care about money, and then you didn't have no money and still didn't care about you. I just got to do this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or they go, hey, we need you to work for a month, and here's $300. And you're like, hey, I'm doing a movie.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know. I'd have done it
that's
for
how
free.
the people been on your sets though. Like
Yeah.
just seeing that is like that's a beautiful thing to see because I'm not trying to diss anybody. It's never my intentions. But I feel like a lot of times in Hollywood, working on those sets, even the extras start feeling like we're bougie. You know what I'm saying?
The LA extras are bougie.
They mad bougie. It's like, bro, chill.
They wanted to cast.
Yeah, like that's all they care about. You know what I'm saying? So to come down here and Dawn put me on to that, there's this film industry right here in Wilmington that
like a sub industry.
Yeah, it's like it's a whole different and the gratitude that those actors have, that I'm even calling them actors, because I feel like they even step out the box. I see Z, he's shooting his own film now. 6'5", she doing her own thing. Drew, Rich, all of these people in this area, it's like, these people they're not bullshitting, they coming. So LA, you better get your shit together. This little old Wilmington is coming, man.
Yeah, and to see, them post things and stuff. To us, we look and go, that's really a small thing because of what we're used to. But then for them, like, it's deep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's because then you got to think about some of these people, not all, but some of these people, where they're from.
Right.
And where things they never thought would have even been possible. Yeah. And normally, it wouldn't have never been possible for them. But they're getting these opportunities. They're getting to have these moments. That's what it's about, moments. Even if they don't go on forever and become huge or whatever, it's those moments. They'll always be able to look back. It'll be 53 if they don't stay in it and them doing something else. Right. 53 looking back and going like, yeah, remember that time? I was a zombie. Remember that time that dude grabbed me by the neck in the movie and slit my neck?
Yeah, like they had
best day of my life,
man.
Yeah,
they loved it though. When we was shooting The Madness, they loved it. They was there. You know how I be on them sets. I be like, when we go home, bro. Like I wasn't like that on The Madness, but like on Reprise, on everything else, I'm like, I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Respect, I'm ready to go home. So, but to see them, they didn't even care. They was out there. They would have stayed out there longer than us if we like they're really that they have that passion for it, man, and that's always beautiful to see. I'm new to the film thing, but I'm sure being able to see that for somebody like yourself that's been in there for how long you been in this shit?
First movie was 05. Was that first movie?
Yeah, my math not too good. What is that? His math's not good.
Yeah, little young thing, little young tender.
23. It's 23 years.
Ain't 23 years, man. It's 23, right? 2023 right now. It's Kevin Hall, everyone.
That's Kevin Hall. From Santana Hall.
It's Kevin Hall on the math, everybody.
On the math. Kevin Hall on the math.
He tired. He been working like a dog. But no, it's that to me. Like, originally, I was like, ooh, I see an opportunity. I can give a couple opportunities. I can make some good money on the back end, take more ownership, because that's what I've been on lately. Is like taking more ownership of my career, and my status in the industry, and quietly building power behind the scenes. But then as we got into it and seeing what these folks take from it, you know what I mean? Just excuse the jet going over us. Probably military chasing the UFO. but no, just and that's why I said I can't take all the credit, because getting around them and like seeing them, and it's like how happy and giddy they were doing this stuff, not making much or anything at all. Yeah. And it was like, oh yeah, this did make me happy beyond the managers and agents and lawyers and the paperwork and the negotiations and the auditions and all of that. And what's your value in the business and all of that. Take all of that out. I'm like, that's who I used to be.
Right.
I loved this thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? And they reminded me of it. So it's like we fed each other. Like their love for it made me want to do more. So I enjoy, like, getting these situations, because I have the relationships to go and get locked deals. Yeah. You know what I mean? To lock deals and, do these things and get opportunities for these guys that would normally, like, just be overlooked. You know, like they tried to overlook me, but I refused. Yeah, I would not go quietly into the night. You gonna deal with me. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You gonna deal with me.
You gonna deal with me whether you want to or not, know. And I ain't far from done. There's a couple more, we're going up to another level, and some cats gonna have to deal with me You know, when they trying to hold on to that spotlight.
Yeah, and they can talk all they want to. It's something about people always trying to dull your confidence. You know what I mean? That's something like, you're not supposed to be this way. Like, nigga, I am that. I'm that because I believe it. You know what I'm saying? But when you get up to these levels, he's not being humble. It's like, what is that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
like I say, I'm not we, you, or them.
Yeah.
I'm him.
Out of here.
Bars.
That guy, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Because that's, you got to be, in my mind, I'm him.
Yeah, you got to know it.
Period. I'm not the only him, but it ain't my job to make you feel like you him.
Yeah, I know
that's
I'm him.
Job.
I'm him of this. Like,
I'm not we, you, or them. I am him.
Real talk. Real
you know,
talk.
so just so you understand who you dealing with when we're dealing.
Yeah.
It don't matter what you think, what you feel. You have to understand you were dealing with him.
Yeah.
So then, as long as you understand that, we're going to get some shit done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yo, his Instagram clip's about to be crazy. He's killing it right now. They gonna keep quoting that. They gonna put the music behind it and everything.
Oh, that's a good idea. They gotta put the music.
It's about to get crazy, man. But nah, that's true, man.
But yeah, that's just real talking, because you're your own cheerleader, man.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be, because there's a lot of times, and people don't get this, man. I know we're going all into now. Let's talk that talk. Yeah, let's talk that talk. But there's a lot of times people forget, you know, God tests you in that way. The universe tests you in that way. Okay, you good when all these people cheering for you. You good when your moms is cheering for you. You good when your family turning up for yourself. Let me take all that away. Then your mother ain't even cheering for you. Now what are you going to do? And you go, well, I guess I'm nothing. You weren't meant for this level. Goodbye. And he's like, I can't get ahead. I can't get to the next level. Now, the ones that say, nah, they're all gone. Now what? What do you do now? Cheer for my damn self.
I should.
You know what I mean? If I'm gonna be my only cheerleader, I'm my motivational speaker.
Say that.
You know what I mean? People think I'm crazy sometimes.
They gonna think you're delusional, bro.
All the time, I talk to myself like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. You should see me in the gym, bro. I know everybody in the gym be like, this dude is insane.
You be loud talking and shit like,
oh,
let's
yeah,
go, dog.
I be insulting people around me. They didn't even do nothing to me.
What you be saying?
You know, I'll push, 335 pounds up a couple times and hit a new PR and drop it down. Be like, boom, ain't none of you motherfuckers ready for me. They look right. I'm dead ass.
That's funny.
They look around like, what the hell? We weren't even trying you. Like,
that's funny.
What that got to do with us?
Nah, for real, you gotta know who you are, man.
Yeah.
You gotta
drop some heavy stuff. Like, get up. Like, you see it.
Man. Yo, one time I was on a mushroom, right, bro?
When the hell did you try mushrooms?
I was on a mushroom one day with the homies, man.
We get real experimental this last year.
Bro, yo, this is awakening, man. This is awakening. I was on a mushroom, bro, and when I tell you, like, the grass got greener, you know what I'm saying? I heard every frequency and the music and everything. When I had a cane at the time, I fucked up my leg, so I was walking with a cane. All I remember is walking to the car, and I'm still hearing the music in the background. It felt like a movie. I'm like, I'm the illest motherfucker walking. I'm walking on this kid. I'm like, I'm the illest motherfucker. Come on, motherfucker. I'm talking shit, walking to the car. Man, it took me 20 minutes to walk to the car, and it was right there. I was walking in place the whole time, telling myself who I am, man. But sometimes you need to just step out your body and look at yourself. Now, you're that nigga. Like, you need to look in the mirror and tell yourself who you are, because we'll forget. Yeah. Everything is like constructed to have us think one way. It's like, nah, man. That's why people be talking all that shit about Kanye West. Nah, he knows who he is. Let him be that. He be saying some shit sometimes, but it's like, yo, that's who he is. You know what I'm saying? And for him to be comfortable, man, be comfortable in your own skin and tell these niggas who you are.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean.
Tell him, Kev.
I was watching a speech from a leader in Africa, one of the countries in Africa. God, I wish I could remember which one it was. I can't remember right this moment. It recently just came out. It was a phenomenal speech. I got to send it to you because they were just talking about how Africa's about Africa's business now. We don't need y'all.
I think you was telling me about that. Yeah,
that's a new one. Oh, they all talking. They all talking that shit now.
They trying to put America out.
No. They ain't trying to put America out. They just, like he said in part of the speech, he said, he was listing off different countries. Yeah. We're not pro-America or anti-America. We're not pro-Russia or anti-Russia. We're not pro-France or anti-France. We're not pro-Europe or anti-Europe. We're just pro-Africa. And there's nothing wrong. People got to understand there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to be anti-him to be pro-you. You don't have to be anti-her to be pro-you. You know what I mean? You don't have to be for or against anybody.
Yeah.
As long as you're pro-you. Mm-hmm. Because we get out here and we let, I remember when I was younger, friends, you know, I was wanting to be that guy. I thought being the man was being a man.
Wow.
And I was so far from the truth. It was so far from the truth because it was, my perspective was built on, well, how do people around me react when I do this or when I do that? How do my friends view me? How do these people that aren't even really friends, but I'm trying to impress them? Why am I trying to impress all these people around me? And when they're like, yeah, everything's good, you the man.
Yeah.
And then when it's bad, it's like, oh, you ain't shit.
They don't even fuck with you no more.
Right,
man.
right. And so, you know, you look at that and, you know, I was basing all of that on other people.
Yeah.
I had to learn the most powerful thing I ever learned. Two of the most powerful things I ever learned. And one of them I learned in one of the worst times of my life. One was self-accountability. Being able to look myself in the face and say, you fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, so-and-so did this to me. Yeah, but what did you do? How did you get? I got to the point, it was so bad, I got to the point that I started viewing everything that if I went to a teller machine at 1 o'clock in the morning and got robbed, my first thought ain't, why would he do that to me? Mm. My first thought is, why the hell would I be here at 1 in the morning? Mm. It started with me. I made a stupid decision.
Right.
Which led to a stupid outcome. And then, but what about the guy? He was wrong. Yeah, he was wrong. He was foul. But what could I have done? See, what that teaches you is the steps before the bullshit.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Where people like to, oh, it's them. They doing this. Or I can't do this because so-and-so. I can't get opportunity because these people. I can't be better because of them or this. No. It all starts with you.
There you go.
You know what I mean? It all starts with you. And so that's how I live my life by. Self-accountability and being pro-self. Not only about self, but I am my biggest cheerleader so that when no one else is cheering, I stay motivated because I don't seek my motivation from the exterior anymore.
There you go.
My motivation comes from the interior. And you know one thing that I learned that was even more powerful that I didn't expect? That is like a light. It's like a beacon. It encourages, it bleeds off into other people.
It does.
They see it and they're like, yeah, I need to. Yep. It motivates other people.
Yep.
Without even trying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's real. That's real.
What have you learned about yourself on this journey? What's some of the most important things from your position?
A little bit of what you just said, a lot of what you just said about taking accountability. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Coming from where we come from, we always feel like we the victim. There's a lot of times we just feel like we the victim, like this is, but a lot of that shit could have been, you know what I mean, ignored as you actually took accountability for what you did. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't feel the way you do if you actually take accountability for the shit that you did. Like we all are putting the energy out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I've definitely learned that. I've learned to actually enjoy the journey. Mm-hmm. At first, I wasn't even thinking about it. I was on TV, these big, you know what I'm saying, productions and stuff, but for some reason, I wasn't even seeing it for what it was. Mm-hmm. And that's like when we lose people sometimes, we don't realize who we have in our life until we lose them. Yeah. And in some of the doors that I've been in, I was like, damn, like I can't believe I did that. I did this, I did that. And this last year, I was able to actually sit back and think about it. You know what I'm saying? With the strike and everything else, I had a chance to say, yo, you've done some dope shit, man, and just get better, keep going. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I've learned in this. But, you know, of course, we had COVID and everything else. So it's been a lot of self-reflection through the past couple of years for me.
But what you said is another big gem. Because I learned to do that along the way as well. I remember years ago dating this woman, and she was like, you know what? You know, I can't do this. And I was like, well, I thought everything was going good. And she was like, no, she was like, you're a great dude, and I think you're wonderful, and I think everything you're doing is incredible, and I wish I could be with you. But you live so far in the future all the time that you're not present here with me.
Wow.
And I was like, I didn't even know. I didn't realize. I was always in the future. What's the next thing? I got to do this because, you know, by this time I got to be here. I was always where I need to be. I got to be here. I can't stop because I can't be present because I got to be in the future planning this and doing all the things toward the future. Yeah. I didn't even realize how it was affecting the people around me. you know, until she told me that, and she really rolled out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you out there, you know, hey, you know, you were right. My bad, but I really had to sit with that and think, and I was like, man, life is passing me by, and I'm not even like I'm not spending any time being present. I didn't even know the things that I had. People coming up, I was so far in the present it would confuse me, and people like, man, do you know who you are? Do you know, like, man, it was cool. You done this, and that, and I was like, I ain't done that much.
Yeah.
And then when I really stopped back, you know, you turn around and look behind you, like, oh shit. You know, you see this kingdom you've been building that you didn't even, you know, you haven't been spending any time in it. It's
That's
like
crazy.
It's like I remember, I was in by Hollywood, that the observatory thing where they be having plays and stuff sometimes. Yeah.
Where you say at? Where's that? The observatory where you see the views and stuff.
Yeah, but also there's like another building where they have like plays and events and stuff, and it's up pretty decently high.
Okay.
But anyway, me and Chase and I went there to see a play with Bill Duke.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got Jamie over here. All right, 10 minutes? Or we got a 10-minute warning.
Oh, shit.
We got 10-minute, boss.
We're going to need a second of these. This one too, yo.
But no, real quick, and I'm going to let you take us out. Chasing, my other partner, Chasing, we went to this Bill Duke situation, a play with him, and what's my man's name? I feel so bad because he's the one, he throws a lot of plays, and they do really well. But we went to see it, and we finished, and we were leaving the play, and shout out to my boy Andre Pelter. He's the one that invited me to the play.
Andre.
Yeah, he's the one that invited me to the play, and so that's why we were there. And I just brought Chasing along. But we left the play, and we were walking back to the car, right, to leave. And Chasing's just walking, no. He's like rushing, And I look out, and it's like, because of how high it is. You know how them Hollywood hills look at night. If you're up high, you can see all of, a lot of L.A. and stuff like. It's beautiful. You know what I mean? And I walked out there, and it was like where the parking lot was like kind of toward the edge. And we're up high. I look out. I see the hills. I see L.A. And the lights. It's dark. It's beautiful. Palm trees up by us. Yeah. And I was like, what a sight, man. What a sight. And he's like, come on, man. You ready to go? And I'm like, I said, Chase, come in, man. He's like, what, man? We got to go. I'm like, come here.
Yeah.
He's like, oh. He walked over, and he's like, I was like, you see that? He was like, what am I looking at?
You didn't get it.
I said, bro, just look.
Yeah.
So he looked, and then it's like it clicked. And we were both just having a moment, just looking out at the view.
Yeah.
And I was like, see, sometimes you got to just stop.
You got to
and just look at the view in front of you.
Right.
Just remember, you only get to be on this rock once.
One time, man.
So now I stop and smell the flowers. You know what I mean?
We be so stuck on the destination that we have no regard for the journey, man. The journey is the most beautiful thing about it. Even back to what we was talking about the actors and stuff that's so passionate in this area about film, and they starting to create their own films and stuff. I don't think they know how beautiful that shit is. Yeah. There's a movie I got on YouTube called Something's Gotta Give, and it's the first time I'm saying this like publicly how I feel about it. Like, sometimes I watch it and I'm like, I'm cringing because I'm like, oh, man, they see this shit. But it's like, yo, that was me and my real friends. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Walking around Spring Lake, North Carolina, just being who we actually are. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I forgot all about it. Sometimes I get in, I just be like, yeah, this is the first thing I did, forgetting that, that's a part of my journey. Yeah. I did that. That planted a seed that got me to Unsolved because I had that into the universe. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So don't get so bamboozled by the destination that you don't take time and enjoy the view of the present, man, and the journey for sure.
Yeah. And what's the in closing, what's the power and the best ways? How important is manifestation? Because the journey, and one more thing I wanted to say that you said that was a gem that I wanted to add to was, a lot of times people think the end result is the reward. It's the treasure. And what you learn as you get older is the journey is actually the treasure. That's the reward, not the end result. The end result is just a byproduct.
There you go.
But the actual reward is the journey.
Yeah.
So it's important not to miss the journey, Facts. But back to you, what's for the viewers at home, especially people on this particular journey, what is the importance of manifestation?
The importance of manifestation.
along with your any journey.
The important thing is having that balance too, to know that you got to speak some things to the universe and actually let that shit manifest. I just want to say this: I've been doing this thing called shadow work. I went and got like this shadow work journal or whatever, and I'm learning.
I've been hearing about that.
Yeah. I've been learning how to heal myself, like the past traumas and all of that. I think trauma is the reason why I wasn't enjoying the journey, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just everything that I've been through, you always go through this. It's like you telling yourself you good, but there's something in you that's like, I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I've been doing that and start learning, trauma is the reason you acting like this. So back to what you were saying about manifestation, I feel like I've been speaking this stuff for the longest time. I've been putting it into music, and I think some of the posts we put up, some of the videos, the songs, stuff that we do, we're talking to ourselves too. You know what I'm saying? We're manifesting and speaking these things into the atmosphere. So I feel like if you don't have a good meditation and manifestation type of life, man, you're just gonna get stuck by the wayside.
Well, you turning into a deep dude, man. I just want to give you your flowers too, because I've seen you. I haven't seen your whole life, but the beginning of this journey, I met you, and I've seen you change. You weren't bad when I met you, but to see the elevation, just as you as a man, and you spiritually and mentally, and just even how your conversation changes.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's been a pretty big and quick elevation. As you forget the film and all, that's great.
Yeah.
You're killing it there.
Yeah.
But somehow in the process, you as a man, you as a person, and the more, I saw you talking about doing self-reflection and putting in the work to better yourself.
Heal yourself, man.
Yeah, healing yourself.
Right.
It's highly important. Had to learn that. Had to learn that myself as well, because when I was younger, I was a vicious dude, man. I was out there looking for fights left and right all the time, and I
just
loved
because.
it. Yeah, I was bloodthirsty. That's why, back in the day, like I was 19, I was a bouncer. Because I can fight and get paid and not go to jail.
Yeah.
I could just whoop ass sign me up.
Yeah.
And it was like, I had to look at why am I so bloodthirsty though? Why do I have this chip on my shoulder?
Yeah.
And when I started doing the work and really looking internally, and I had to dig way down deep all the way to the little kid. One method that I use, I want to say I created it, but I don't know if I've never heard it before, but I know there's probably similar things like it and whatnot. But a very powerful method, I want you to try this at home. And if you haven't done this before, you try it. But at your age now, I want you to go and sit and imagine just looking forward and look at the 8-year-old version of yourself and let him talk to you, or let her talk to you. Let her tell you who you are from his or her perspective. And you just deal with and accept what you hear, because it may not mind. It was good, but it was a lot of bad too.
Your 8-year-old self was telling you off?
Not telling me off, but because kids will tell you the real.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when you're imagining looking at yourself, talking to yourself, because we hide from our true selves.
We do.
Especially our bullshit. We're quick to hide our bullshit from ourselves.
Boy.
But that 8-year-old you, look at 8-year-old self, because it's almost like, especially some of the bad parts of you'll feel shame. The same ways you wouldn't do certain things or say certain things around just an 8-year-old kid in general.
Right.
But to sit and, because the difference with this 8-year-old kid is they know all your skeletons. They know all the shit you've done.
Yeah.
They know how you really think of yourself, what you're really about. They know all of it. And so just sit there. It's like a form of meditation. Let that little kid talk to you and tell you who you really are. And that'll help you. And then you talk back. I remember you were going through this. People did this to you. People did that to you. I am the person you needed then to protect you. I've become the person you needed protection from.
Man.
Or for. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So do you feel like that's why you was bloodthirsty?
Well,
you feel like you ain't had nobody to protect you?
Yeah and no. Mine was more rooted. I don't want to get too deep into it on this.
Look, you know what? We getting real. Let's talk about it.
Well, it deals with a relationship that is
Got you.
on the men now, and I don't want to get on here and unmend that?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna come back on here and unmend some shit because I got some stuff. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna speak for the 8-year-old next time I come on here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But no, once I dealt with that, and I was like, oh, it's my anger toward that person.
Yeah.
From all the way back then, you know? And that's what, and then I became the vicious big dude that could do something about it.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of people catching stuff that really had nothing to do with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just
what
because.
they did wasn't that serious. It was just an opportunity for that trauma, that pain to rear its head, and, you know, I could get off on that. You know, and it was wrong, you know. But anyway, you know, we went all type of directions and stuff like that. Yeah, it's time to go to lights and flashes.
I hate when this happens.
You know, Jamie's got a hot date. You know what I mean? Shout out to our producer, Jamie Hansen. And no relation to Chris Hansen. But at least I don't think. You're not related to Chris Hansen, right? No, he owes me $12. Oh, he owes Jamie $12. Chris, where's Jamie's money, fam?
Come on, man.
Don't make us pop up to your house with a camera crew, fam. Jamie got mad cameras, son.
Word.
But no, on the real, we thank you guys for listening to us. We thank you for a lot of people. You hear people get on these YouTube channels and podcasts and stuff and say, "Oh, we thank you. You know, like, subscribe, and share." Whether you like, subscribe, and share or not, I just want you to know that to me, I understand the importance of time, and for you giving us your time, even if it's 2 minutes, the whole show or whatever, your time is precious. It's the only true currency we have, and you spent that on us.
Yeah.
So I just want you to know from the bottom of my heart and all of us that we thank you, and we are super grateful. If it's 2 of you watching, if it's 2 million of you watching, we're grateful for every single one of you. So thank you to our guest, Wavyy Jonez, for coming back again with another part 2. Wavy's family, you know what I mean?
Yes, I feel when he was giving that, like, yeah, we thank you too. You know what I mean? Because I'm family to this shit, so we thank you.
Yeah, Wavyy is fam. So, you know, much success, of course. We'll be talking a million more times forever, but, you know, always much success to everything you've got going on now. The movie in theaters now, the adults. Make sure you check it out if you have not seen
Madness.
it. Check out The Madness on Tubi and coming to Peacock.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to Glass Slipper, Homestead, the whole 9. So just thank you guys. And social medias, thank you, Jamie. Where can the people follow you at, my good man?
Follow me at I am Wavyy Jonez. It's IAMWAVYYJ. That's on all social platforms.
Yeah, he's banned on TikTok right now.
Banned on TikTok.
You know, you can't show your ass cheeks on TikTok. I keep telling this dude that they don't play that on TikTok.
Crazy.
That ain't Instagram, bro.
Not even, man.
Can't show ass on TikTok, fam.
We can do it on Twitter, but
Twitter,
you can do whatever. No, it's X now. It's X.
Yo,
now.
X, yeah. It's XXX is what it is. I be getting stuff I didn't even look for. Like, hey, come on,
Shit,
fam.
I'll be looking. I'll be like, where's it at? Let me stop.
There's a real dark side to X. Like, you know, I stumbled into some stuff like, oh my God, this is
they
online?
Got fighting, they got ass everywhere. It's like the Wild Wild West on there.
It's becoming a new world star, man.
Yeah,
it's,
for sure.
It's ridiculous. And you can also follow me on Instagram, official Dom, D-O-M, Santana. You can follow me on Facebook. It's just Dominic Santana. I also have a fan page on there under the same name, Dominic L. Santana. And I'm on TikTok, but I cannot remember for the life of me what that TikTok is. So I'm sorry. But just search Dominic Santana. I'm sure it'll bring you somewhere near me. Yeah, so, but again, thank you so much for rocking with us. Please make sure you support our films and you support this show. If you did enjoy the show, please share it with somebody.
Yeah.
If you're looking at a short, share it with somebody, you know, but in good YouTube form, please like, subscribe, and share. We love you. We'll see you again on another episode, and we are out.
Zombieland, your presence required in Zombieland. So welcome to Zombieland. These zombies is always a part of their grave. Walking around, fronting and stunting, redundant, but looking real lame. Nobody believing you, people deceiving you, leading you on with this nonsense. Hate me to dime off your dreaming, you already dead, and it's only your conscience.